Good morning or good afternoon, no, good morning from Historic Haworth. It's John here. We're going to talk today about teas, as always. Right, last week we did St Johns Wort, didn't we? And I have religiously drunk it for once a day, every day. I my last cup this morning actually, so I've drunk 8 cups in a day. And yeah, it does make you, you do feel a bit, it does lift your mood. I will say it does lift your mood. I've been in quite a buoyant and pleasant mood all week, which is good. Alright, so that's that. So yeah, if if none of the side effects affect you, then I recommend, if you just need a little mood boost, St Johns Wort, go for it. Now today we're going to be tasting and talking about, well, I'm going to impart some information about marigold tea. Just a little bit of advice. I couldn't find it in my book. I'm thinking marigold tea, it's quite popular, surely it's in my book, but of course it's also known as calendula, isn't it? Apparently. So it's under calendula. So let's have a look at marigold tea. It's called calendula in the book, but it's not fair. It's not. It just took me ages to work out now. Calendula or marigold. It was apparently a native of the Canary Islands and the Mediterranean shores, but has rapidly become a world favourite herb. And it's one of the earliest medicinal plants, loved by gods and goddesses, mothers and other healers. So yeah, it's quite there's quite a lot of mythology attached to it, and it's kind of okay. Do you want to know about some Greek mythology? It's all of the wood nymphs on Mount Olympus adored the sun god Apollo. Among the nymphs, 4 tended Apollo's twin sister Artemis, the goddess of the moon and forest. These 4 nymphs were so love-struck with Apollo they quarrelled constantly and vied with each other for his attention. One day, Artemis found them arguing about her brother. Yet again, and to end their rivalry, she turned the nymphs into calendula flowers. They've been exchanged for black tea in the Far East. In ancient Rome where yellow was a symbol of luxury, calendula popped up in the richest gardens. In India, calendula was sacred to the goddess Durga, and she wears flowers on her emblem. In the 13th century, calendula petals were used for comfort for the heart and spirit. In the 16th century, they were used for soups, broths, jams, jellies, and to colour butter and cheese. In France, they're called sauce of the garden, as in like HP sauce, or sun follower, and the petals stopped going with dishes. In 1672 in America, a list of New England rarities said that marigolds were thriving in the New World. In the early days of Christianity, many medicinal plants were adapted into the new religion and given new names. Calendula was called marigold, or of course Mary's gold, in honour of the Virgin Mary. These names that name remains to this day as marigold. The tea is also called marigold. Okay. And it's very good for heart health. Marigold flower petals mixed with honey have been used as a drink for weak hearts throughout the ages. Add honey to your marigold tea and you have a drink at your fingertips for heart health maintenance. Now, when my sister and I tested it out, and I had it without honey, and she had it with honey. She had a sip of mine, and but she said that honey added something, but didn't detract from the flavour of marigold, and it was a very nice blend. So at a later time I may try that, marigold and honey, using of course some kind of manuka honey or something like that. Right, it's really good for inflammation of the digestive tracts, It eases digestive distress, soothes inflammation, conditions in stomach lining and bowels. Warm marigold tea. It's a cup of liquid gold. It's got a vivid pungent flavour, cleanses your lymph system, soothes digestive disorders, makes you feel good all over. A great tea to start each season. Marigold tea relieves congestion in the lymph system and reduces swollen lymph glands. It improves circulation and detoxifies the body. A great tea to take before the flu season. It is good for menopause because it's got estrogenic properties. It's good for menstruation. It regulates it. It's good for pelvic infections. It's got antibacterial properties that are particularly powerful fungus fighters for pelvic and bowel infections. It's good as a skin wash. It's used to treat tumours, cysts, jaundice, inflamed eyes, and improve liver function. And it fights herpes simplex. So that's the tea I'm going to be drinking for the remainder of this week. Well, until next Monday. So here we go. I've got the little bad boy here. Actually, bad girl. Seems to. Look at that. It's a lovely golden brew. Don't know if you can see how golden that is, but it's a beautiful golden brew. It smells like a herbal tea. That herby smell. That's how I taste. That's all right. It smells more potent, more stronger than it tastes. Yeah. It's interesting. It tastes like a flower, not like a. Well, it is because it's petals, I suppose. But it's weird. My brain's making this thing. Sort of saying, yes, this is petals, John, not leaves, roots or stem. But boy, it's drinkable. Boy, I can see how. I'm thinking a teaspoon of honey would just lift that beautifully. That is indeed marigold tea. Oh crikey, I could finish that. Here we go, I'm going to finish the lot. It's bloody lovely. So cheese update. Yeah, I'm still doing alright with that. But I think I'm approaching the year. I said I'd do it for a year. So I think it's ready to call that a day and see what happens once I stop taking it now. That's that really, isn't it? Next week I'm going to be looking at Horny Goat Weed tea. I'm actually going to take the Horny Goat Weed tea one a day and see what happens. Yeah, and that's it really. Also, I think starting soon, I've got this idea of when I get in from work, I'm going to, because work nights and I get a bit tired and that sometimes. So I'm going to start juicing. I've got some celery, so I'm going to start drinking some celery juice in the morning. About a smallish glass of celery juice in the morning. See what that does. But that's it. Short and sweet. Apart from this, I was in the pub the other day, and quite a strange thing happened. A piece of tarmac walked in. I went up to the barman and was very aggressive, saying, "Give me a pint of beer, else I'll kick your teeth in." So the barman did. He gave me a pint of beer. The piece of tarmac sat down drinking it. And then the barman thought, I'm going to have a chat with this guy. What are you so aggressive for? The piece of tarmac says, "Well, look, I'm part of the M1. I'm the toughest motorway that's ever been built. I'm really hard, me. So just give me my pint and leave me alone." So next night, piece of tarmac comes back in again. I was there, of course, at the pub for the duration of this joke, and well, not at the times when the piece of tarmac came into the pub. Not I wasn't there for days on end. But anyway, Same thing happens. He comes and says, you, give me a pint of beer. I'm the hardest piece of... I'm part of the M1. I'm the hardest piece of motorway there is. You give me a pint of beer right now. This will kick your teeth in. Okay, fair enough. So, third night. Comes in. Even more bizarrely. Yep. He comes in again. It comes in again, the piece of tarmac. You, blah, blah, blah. Been quite abusive. I want a pint of beer now. Give me this pint of beer. Keep swaggering around. Yeah, being the typical hard case kind of thing. And anyway, he's sat at his table, and all of a sudden a pink piece of tarmac comes in. Yeah, a pink piece of tarmac comes in. But part of the M1 was black, of course. So, and lo and behold, the piece of the M1, the black tarmac, starts hiding under the table and shaking. Yeah. Anyway, it's like the piece of pink tarmac has a vodka tonic and then leaves. And the barman kind of goes up to the piece of M1 and says, "I thought, what's up with you? I thought you were the hardest piece of road in the country, part of the M1 and that." He said, "I am, but he's a psychopath.